The most powerful witness against Marjorie Taylor Greene's candidacy, the most powerful witness in establishing that she crossed the line into engagement of insurrection, is Marjorie Taylor Greene herself.
That was a lawyer for the organization that is suing to keep Marjorie Taylor Greene off the ballot during a hearing on that topic today, claiming that her actions related to the January 6th insurrection make her ineligible to hold office. The hearing was notable for Greene's hostility and the sheer number of times she claimed to not recall saying things she had said in public until evidence was presented otherwise. Watch.
You think that Speaker Pelosi is a traitor to the country, right?
I'm not answering that question. It's speculation.
You've said that, haven't you, Ms. Greene, that she's a traitor to the country?
No, I haven't said that.
Okay. Put up Plaintiff's Exhibit 5, please.
Oh, no, wait. Hold on now.
Never mind. Jackie, Neil, and Miles are still here. Miles, I want to play some more of what happened in court, because this is about what we've been talking about all hour, January 6th. This is her contradicting her own videos that she shot and pushed out from her accounts. Watch.
Did you talk to people at the White House about the fact that there were going to be large demonstrations on January 6th in Washington?
I don't remember.
Just finished with our meetings here at the White House this afternoon. We had a great planning session for our January 6th objection.
Is it fair to say, Representative Greene, that from election night of 2020 until January 6, 2021, your personal opinion and your wish was that Congress not certify Joe Biden as the winner of the 2020 election?
No, that's not accurate. I don't support violence of any kind.
You can't allow it to just transfer power peacefully like Joe Biden wants and allow him to become our president.
So, you know, we're not lawyers for either side here, but we very easily were able to find that what she was saying in court today were bald-faced lies, with the evidence disproving most of her statements as lies. What do you make of the import of this? It's an important case, but she's making a spectacle out of it.
Oh, Nicole, this is I had to laugh while you were playing that. This is a bad day in court for anyone, even if she is not, disqualified for insurrection. Maybe voters should consider that she's not fit for office because she can't remember pretty important things from recent history. I mean, those tapes of Marjorie Taylor Greene leaving the White House, not only did she film them and star in them, she has seen them on TV over and over and over. So, the denial was stunning. And the first clip played of her not remembering, then remembering when she was going to get called out on it tells you everything you need to know. But look, the key here is look at the Constitution. The Constitution says a member of Congress that's engaged in insurrection or rebellion is disqualified from the ballot. Now, again, I'm not a lawyer here, but as the prosecution said in this case, Marjorie Taylor Greene's own words are what's going to be used against her. She told supporters to flood the Capitol. She urged that the transfer of power not be peaceful. These are pretty damning things. And then there was also a very weird moment, Nicole, in the course of this today, where someone stood up and claimed executive privilege on behalf of Donald Trump. Now, I don't know yet if that was actually a lawyer for Donald Trump, but it was in a moment where they were talking about whether Donald Trump was attempting to claim martial law. Now, look, if that was a lawyer for Donald Trump, that's actually very concerning, because that means possibly Marjorie Taylor Greene was having conversations with the White House about declaring martial law. So a lot of really strange things happening here. Look, at the end of the day, my fear is this: regardless of how the case turns out, I worry that it could be misused by either side to continue this trend we're seeing towards political violence and intimidation. If she is not disqualified from the ballot, the insurrectionists are going to see that as validation of their behavior. If she is disqualified from the ballot, then you will see folks in MAGA circles try to discredit the justice system. And again, I worry that raises the temperature and civic tension here in our country. Finally, I would just add, Nicole, this whole debate about why and whether Donald Trump knew that he was fomenting insurrection, I think was answered years ago for those of us inside the administration who heard Donald Trump talk frequently about the Insurrection Act. He thought it was a magical power that he had. He wanted to use it. And I have no doubt that that day he wanted to use it to extend his time in office.
Neil, I wonder if you can just speak to the legal issues around which the Marjorie Taylor Greene case turn. Uh-oh, Neil's been muted. Can you hear us, Neil?
There we go.
Okay,
so
over.
there's the law. There's the law, Nicole, and then there's everything else. And I just want to spend a moment on the everything else, because I think Miles is right. I mean, this is a national embarrassment of a person. And I can't imagine our foreign leaders are now watching, foreign adversaries are watching this person as one of our leaders. I don't think I've ever seen a more forgetful witness. I mean, she could barely remember her name, let alone any of her tweets. I mean, she was way more forgetful than Harold and Kumar were when they were stoned out of their minds. So, you know,
interesting theory.
So the law here, Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, passed after the Civil War for the most important of purposes, which is to say that if you were an insurrectionist, or notably, if you gave aid and comfort to an insurrectionist, then you can't hold office. And that's true for senators, representatives, also for presidents. And Marjorie Taylor Greene was so afraid of this proceeding, she actually filed a federal case to try and stop it from happening. She rushed into federal court and said, the state can't investigate me. They can't do this. And a federal judge on Monday in a 75-page opinion just destroyed that. And so that's what led to the proceeding today before the Georgia Secretary of State. And this was by an administrator, and then Brad Raffensperger is going to ultimately make the call on this. And I don't think anything is more emblematic of our times today than the fact that the Georgia Secretary of State has become a household name. He just keeps on having cameos in the middle of these big political fights. He's like the Stan Lee of national politics.
We have to see